Hello everyone. I have been doing a lot of technical analysis recently. I originally switched everything up back in around October, and I was looking back on all these trades, all my journals, and what I've been doing, and playing with some technical analysis. I found a decision, a change that if I make a concrete, just don't do this, it'll truly double my win rate. I was looking at it, it literally doubles my win rate, and I'm super excited to try this out. And I want to bring attention to this because it might do the same for you if you're making the same mistake that I am. Now, in November, we're going to do a little bit of a story here because we need to understand how this comes about and like how it could come about for you and what you should do to avoid it and the change to make. In November, my conditions were high probability. I've had this conversation with a lot of different people recently. There are times in the market where your edge will excel, dramatically excel. When you make a ton of money in a short period of time, the market is just tailored to your edge. And there are times, in fact, the majority, where it's either normal and you get a couple trades here and there, or it's poor probability and you should set out for maybe 2 weeks. I know some people that won't take trades for 2 weeks. I know a friend of mine who hasn't used this strategy in 2 months. That's an extreme. That's not me. But in November, it was my high probability season, and it just happened to be when I made this choice. And so I was killing it. I risked $600 a trade week one on the funded account, 1300, that's 2R. Week four, 1800, that's 3R. Week five, 3400, that's 5R, almost 6R in a single week. 11R in 3 weeks. Absolutely ridiculous. And so, although I was making this choice that is poor for most of the time, it was turning out great. Fast forward to December, things turned around really quickly because I was still applying this method. And things turned really quickly because it was no longer my season and I should have held back a lot sooner than I did. You can see I did end up holding back, but I had already lost so much. Lesson learned. Now, come to January, I've been doing about break even. Not too bad, not too great either. But I think implementing this is literally going to be a night and day difference. And here's exactly what it is. If we look in December, I'm going to be using TradeZilla for this. I've been affiliated with them for like a year. I really like being affiliated with companies that I think actually help the trader. I don't have any codes with prop firms. I don't have any codes with court. I do have one affiliation with a course. I made $0 from it for like 6 months. I've just never made any money. But TradeZella, I actually am affiliated with them because I think this is something that helps the trader. I don't have prop firm codes. I don't plan on getting any, but this is a tool that actually helps you, and it helps me, and I use it all the time. I think it's a great tool. There's a link below if you're interested. Code FISH for 10% off. Anyways, the report I was looking at is day and time, my entry for day and time. Now, I was trading all throughout the day, and when I looked at my profits for November in trading New York session, I made $4,000 on the month. In trading Asia session, I made $2,000 on the month. So I thought to myself, great, I can literally trade all day long and make money all day long every trading day. This is awesome. Now, if I look at December, I can see a lot of my trades are at night. A lot of them. And a lot of them are yielding negative results. I do have some in the morning, and those were negative too, but more green in the morning and significantly less green in the afternoon. Now, when I remove this date filter, it starts to become more obvious. And I'm going to show some stuff at the end here, and it's like literally night and day. When I saw this, I was genuinely excited. I was like, no way, that's crazy. I can't wait to implement this and see how it works out. Best performing hour, 9 in the morning. Taking trades before or during market open, so that sweep hits my TP or stop loss in some cases, yielded me the best results. Very interesting. And it's a pretty high trade count and a high win rate. So we're looking at 65% win rate over 26 trades with 5K profit. That's pretty great. This green and red shaded line tells the story. From about 2 to about 10 were largely green. Now, Asia session from about 6 p.m. to midnight were largely red. And we still make some money in here. And that's what threw me off so hard, because in November, I was making money in Asia session. I was making a lot of money. But it wasn't true. And I used AI to really amplify this and look at my results. So I threw all my results into ChatGPT, and I told it to organize it for me and make it very clear. So at the bottom here, we have different months. We have November, December, January, and we have it separated. Basically, November, New York, November, Asia, December, New York, December, Asia, January, New York, January, Asia. And we can see the P&L, and this just jumps out at you night and day. And then we look at this on TradeZella, it's even more clear. It's so crazy. I wish I looked at it sooner. So I made money in Asia session. So I thought to myself, this is a good change. I'm going to keep it around. And what I didn't realize is that almost all my losses in December, when I had that really poor month, almost all my losses came from trading in Asia session. January, 18 of my trades have been in Asia session. 18 out of 21. That's 90, 92%, something like that. The vast majority being in Asia and yielding negative, when I took only three trades in New York session in January, and they've yielded me 1,300 versus taking 18 and losing 400. When we look in December, it's about the same for each, but it's a $4,000 difference between New York and Asia. We're looking at a $2,000 difference between New York and Asia in November. So there's a clear difference. Regardless, there's a clear difference every time between New York and Asia, New York and Asia, New York and Asia. It's negative, overwhelmingly. November skewed that for me. And then I looked here, and this is what we can do to really see it pop out. This is all of my trades on MES, MYM, MNQ from, I think it goes back to September? Yeah, from September to today, which is 4 months, almost 5 months. A lot of data. 234 trades. If we filter this in our entry time, where's that? So that it starts at 6 p.m. and it ends at midnight. This is the story it tells. This is not profitable. Look at that tiny little baby TradeZella score. That sucks. That's awful. That's disgusting. Let's go ahead and take a screenshot of this so we can just keep this up. Horrible results here. Now, clearly negative. If we do the exact opposite and we filter out and we get rid of all of this, you guys are smart people. We'll go from 6 in the morning to 4 p.m. That's a double in win rate. That is literally twice as much. My win rate's not extremely high. I've got almost a 1 to 2 in New York, which I find fascinating. That's pretty high because the highest I'll go is 2 and the lowest I'll go is 0.5. But look at these results. This is 130 trades, and all I had to do was cut off Asia session. But it was so deceiving because in November, when times were running hot, I developed a habit. Everything was great. I developed a habit that you can't translate when everything's not so great. This is absolutely wild. The difference in these threw me so hard. I mean, you can just look at this little square. This daily cumulative or daily net cumulative P&L, that tells you the entire story that you need to see. Oops. Really? I couldn't believe these results. So, what I'm doing now that this comparison is undeniably true, because for a while I didn't think it was true, because I did make money in Asia session, but it didn't apply. It just wasn't good enough. And I was making money, so why don't I just keep making money? So what I'm doing now is I'm going to fully cut out Asia session. I have a higher win rate. I have a higher profit factor. If the daily win rate's the same, that actually doesn't make sense. I don't think that's right. But the average win versus loss per trade, that's higher as well. Everything. And look how much higher my balance would be if I cut out Asia. I would be at 10 right now. I would have taken another thousand, maybe multi-$1,000 payout. I couldn't believe this. This is so exciting to see. This is such a awesome discovery to make in trading because it's so just clear as day. I made a post on X the other day and I was kind of joking because I found this data and I was like, hey guys, what should I do? What decision should I make? Here's my results between Asia and New York. What wise decision can I make using this data? Stop trading Asia session. Stop. Don't trade it anymore. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop trading Asia session. I could say when times are running hot, I'm going to trade it. I'm going to be safer and more conservative and see what happens if I only trade New York for a couple months and really try to turn things around. Right now, my funded account is sitting at $1,300. The balance isn't running hot. It's running pretty low. 2 losses could blow this account up. We'll see what happens. I also only need like 2 more winning days, and I might just request a payout, honestly. I don't know if I am interested in building this up to the buffer. I'm feeling kind of fatigued with this account. We'll see. But no more Asia. No more. None of that. And it's this chart really does it justice. Because we can just cut out, get rid of, get rid of, get rid of, and it's green every month for 3 months. That's insane. 3 green months in a row? That's wild. I don't consider myself profitable. I get payouts, but I don't consider myself profitable. If it was 3 green months in a row, that title is something I would reconsider. But this is just technical analysis. It doesn't mean anything until it's put in practice and the results arrive. So we'll see what happens. But I'm done with Asia for a while. That means I can actually sleep. I used to place trades and then try to go to bed and then just end up like checking my phone. Like I'll be asleep right there. I'll be asleep. I should be like, did it hit? Did it hit? Yeah. Did my trade hit? Trying to sleep and just paranoid about it's getting closer to stop loss. Cortisol spiking when what is it? Melanin? That's not it. It's not melatonin. Maybe it is melanin. When I'm supposed to be sleeping, my cortisol is spiking because my trade's getting close to stop loss on Nasdaq, and these results confirm that I should just stop trading Asia altogether. I'm really excited to make this difference. I'm really excited to cut out Asia. I didn't realize how drastic of a change it was until I started putting everything in TradeZella. I had a hunch like Asia's not been doing well recently. Maybe I should stop. And then when I put it in here and I put all the data together, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm just done with Asia session actually. Like, just no more. None of that. And we will see what happens. We will see what happens. So if you're trading Asia, look at your data. Maybe stop. Maybe stop. Somebody replied to my post and said, Asia trading with a red X, and they said Asia gambling with a with a check mark. It's like, that's funny. Stop trading Asia session. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna continue to update you guys, and we'll see if these results really play out like they might on here, because that's crazy. That's wild. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching.